This week's video is about how to tap into your brain's amazing power and find solutions to your problems and questions. Some years ago, when I wrote my first book, I was completely computer illiterate, and I wanted to make the book very graphical in content and layout, so technically this could have been a really big problem. The book was about the power of the mind, which I had a passion for ever since I discovered that we only use between 3 and 5% of our brain's potential. I was curious to know what the other 95% was capable of doing. As I was putting the book together, every time I got stuck on how to format the content, I would say out loud, "Okay, 95%, how do I do this?" Every time I would ask this question, my fingers would start tapping on the keyboard, and the problem would be solved. At first I felt amazed by the response, especially since my mind appeared blank. I knew nothing much about computers, nor had I studied or read anything on how to use the software, so therefore I knew it wasn't coming from my brain's long-term memory. This showed me that the brain has the ability to tap into some type of universal knowledge bank. How, I do not know. All I do know is that I can activate it by the intention of asking. The reality is that there is so much we don't know about the brain and its potential. However, what is very obvious is that it is an underutilized resource that we all have the opportunity to put to good use in our lives. The second way that you can use your brain to solve problems or access information is to pose a question or problem just before you go to sleep at night, and then ask your brain to deliver you a solution when you wake up in the morning. I use this technique a lot, and I'm always amazed that it delivers unique, effective, and efficient solutions. I save so much time by putting my brain to good use whilst I sleep. It is important to remember when using this technique that you state specifically what you want an answer to, and then let go by trusting that your brain will figure it out. If you don't let go and trust, you will probably get a lousy night's sleep because your conscious mind will keep you awake trying to solve the problem. You need to keep in mind that it is your unconscious that has the solution, not your conscious mind. So make sure you let go of the problem so that your unconscious can solve it for you. I used this technique the other night when I was trying to solve a CSS styling issue with a web page. I don't know CSS code, but I figured there had to be a way to have the content displayed correctly on the page. It was 10 o'clock at night and I was tired, so I thought I would go to bed and sleep on it. When I woke up the next morning, I had my solution, which was very different from what I was trying to do. Instead, my unconscious gave me a way to solve the problem without using CSS styling. It was pure genius. It took me less than 10 minutes to do, and it was something that my conscious mind would never have thought of. Such is the power of the brain to solve problems for you. It is just sitting there waiting for you to start accessing its vast potential and resources. Isn't it time you started living up to your true potential? I would love to hear your success stories, so please share them with us all in the comments box below this video on my website.